Today we begin a new series on the teaching of the Council of Trent. The Council of Trent was a council of the Church convened in the mid-16th century in response to the challenges posed by the Protestant Reformation. Many people think that the Council of Trent was convened in order to set the Church apart from the Protestants and to condemn the Protestants. This is emphatically not the case. In the third session of the Council, the Fathers of the Council specify that the purpose of the Council is twofold. It is convened for the extirpating of heresies and the reforming of manners, for the sake of which purposes chiefly it is assembled. The Council of Trent was convened not only to remove heretical elements from the Church, but also to reform the Church. As such, the Council of Trent represents the attempt on the part of the Catholic Church to reform itself, to correct itself in whichever ways it has become corrupted. And if you don't believe me, just read the text of the canons of the Council, where the Fathers of the Council list all manner of disciplinary regulations that are to be implemented in order to reform the life of the Church. The Council of Trent is not the culmination of the Counter-Reformation or Anti-Reformation. On the contrary, the Council of Trent represents the Church cleaning house and addressing, as best the Church could at the time, the various corruptions of the Middle Ages that had slowly insinuated themselves into the life of the Church and were impeding its mission. As to the matter of the Protestants, the Council was not convened simply in order to condemn the Protestants. On the contrary, it was convened in order to try to seek peace and reconciliation with the Protestants by patiently explaining to them the truth of Catholic doctrine and bringing them back into the fold. There are a number of features of the deliberation of the Council Fathers that demonstrate this point. First, the Council Fathers repeatedly invited the Protestants to come to the Council and to discuss various matters of theological disagreement. Second, the Council Fathers repeatedly extended to the Protestants letters of safe conduct, so that the Protestants would be able to attend the Council and engage in discussion with the Council Fathers without fear of harm. Third, the Council Fathers repeatedly prorogued sessions of the Council in the hope that some of the representatives of the Protestants would finally come and deliberate upon these matters with them. And fourth, in the canons of the Council, when the Council Fathers address a particular subject, they're eager to find common ground with the Protestants, and so they first list canons that condemn errors that the Protestants have also condemned, and only then do they proceed to condemn errors that they believe that the Protestants have themselves committed. In all of this, the Council Fathers are trying to be fair to the Protestants. As bishops faithful to the Catholic faith, they fulfill their duty to defend the Catholic faith against heresies and errors, and so they rightly rebuke the Protestants where they have gone astray. But they try to do so in a way that would enable the Protestants to come back into the fold. The Council Fathers try to recognize that the Church has problems, and that there is a need for abuses to be corrected. In addition, they try to find common ground with the Protestants, so that they can bring the Protestants back into the fold and end the Protestant schism. So if you read the decree of safe conduct to the Protestants, promulgated in the 15th session of the Council of Trent, you will see how earnestly the Council Fathers attempt to engage in a dialogue with the Protestants. And there you can read about all the assurances of safe conduct that the Council Fathers provide to the Protestants in an effort to convince them to send representatives in order to try to make peace and bring an end to the Protestant schism. But the Protestants did not come. In such circumstances, after having issued an invitation, and after having been ignored or having had the invitation rejected, you'd expect the Church Council just to carry on without them. But the Fathers of the Council of Trent were so eager to make peace and bring an end to the Protestant schism that they prorogued the sessions of the Council in the hope that they could convince the Protestants to send representatives. And they issued a second decree of safe conduct at the 18th session of the Council to all Protestants of every nation, inviting everyone to come to the council and discuss matters of doctrinal disagreement without fear of retribution. To be perfectly frank, at the Council of Trent, the fathers of the council bent over backwards to try to get the Protestants to send representatives in order to bring an end to the Protestant schism. But the Protestants obstinately refused to send representatives. The church stood with open arms, ready to receive the Protestants back into the fold. But the Protestants, alas, kept turning away from the church. In all of this, the church is like an abandoned mother. She stands faithful to her children, and she calls on her errant children to come back. She promises them, as she did in the 2nd, 13th, 15th, and 18th sessions of the Council of Trent, that she loves them, that she doesn't want to hurt them, that she knows that she has problems, but that those problems can all be worked out if they just come home and give it a chance. Time and time again, the Protestants reject Mother Church's call to come home, but Mother Church still stands with open arms. Thanks for listening. Next time we will consider the Council's ratification of the Nicene Creed. Until then, God bless you and stay faithful.